Virginia travels to Louisville. Boy, Louisville's favored by 6.5 points. Virginia coming off of a massive win against Florida State. Louisville, Miller Moss is playing a little bit better week by week. I mean, they've had some sputters, right? Like Jeff Brom, as great of a play caller as great of a game planner as he, like he has sputters sometimes. Is this a spot where we're going to see a sputter, right? Or is this a huge letdown spot for Virginia? Who, by the way, Chandler Morris, like it's not Chandler Morris. He's playing good football in terms of like they're finding ways to win games, but he's not necessarily taking care of the football very well. Like what happens if that kind of spirals a little bit out of control? What happens if Louisville is able to run the football, significantly well? Like what if Miller Moss throws for another 300 yards? Like there's still a lot of questions here to be had, like for Virginia going on the road against Louisville.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, let's just chuck a little bit to ourselves here. Virginia and Louisville are playing. Louisville's undefeated, and Virginia is the team that is ranked in this spot here. That's fantastic for Tony Elliott. I mean, not that we left him for dead, but like this was a big year for him. We talked about it, whereas like they have a really, really manageable schedule. They did some good things in the portal. They feel like they did. Here on out, I mean, look at their schedule. This is a really tough game here. It's still within a touchdown, so it's a very winnable football game. You got Washington State, North Carolina, Cal, Wake Forest, Duke, Virginia Tech. I mean, it's about as manageable as it gets for any other ranked team in college football. You talked about Chandler Morris. I'll talk about Miller Moss here and Isaac Brown. Brown didn't get going last week against Pitt on the road. They needed a come from behind victory and a really strong last couple of quarters to get that done. Miller Moss was pretty darn good. I think if he throws from 51 attempts in this football game, you probably lose. I do not think that's your key to success here. You talked about Brom having spots where he has letdowns, and like this needs to be a spot where you have to find ways to run the football. I think keep the ball out of Virginia's hands. Uh, Florida State had a lot of success running the football, and putting up points as well. They ran for 5.5 yards per carry on 47 attempts. Like that's typically a winning recipe, and if they still didn't get it done, I looked for Louisville to try something similar as well. It was nice to see Chris Bell and Colin Lacey for Louisville. That's a pretty darn good dynamic duo in the ACC, about as good as it gets there. So this Louisville team's still dangerous. I think Virginia's getting a lot of hype right now, deservingly so. A big win against Florida State. Tough loss a couple weekends ago against NC State and CJ Bailey. Howard Smulders had a fantastic game. Morris, oh man, I'll go Louisville here. I think this is a spot where Brown gets up for it and they get after him. I like that it's at home for Louisville, but it's a midday game. It's like the 2:30 window for him local time, 3:30 local time, whatever it may be. And yeah, I think it's a spot for Louisville because Louisville also too. They're sitting right there in a spot with Clemson and Florida State taking a couple losses. Like they're all of a sudden looking at a spot where they can put themselves in a chance to put themselves in play for ACC title games. So this is a massive year for both these teams, but I'll go Louisville.
I'm with you as well. Virginia defensively, right? What have we liked from Virginia? All right. I think it kind of starts and ends with Daniel Rickard, right? And I know Louisville fans aren't incredibly happy with like the offensive line's performance this year. I think like you've got at some spots. You haven't been able to run the ball effectively. Like that's the biggest one. Like you haven't been opening up those lanes like Isaac Brown had in 2024. That's the biggest thing. However, feels like from a pass pro perspective, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Louisville fans, but like I think it's pretty manageable. And now Daniel Rickard is a stud, right? 16 pressures through 5 games is nothing to be snobbing about, right? 4 sacks. I mean, but if you look at, I mean, it's him. I mean, Mitch Melton has a significant amount of pressures, but like it's. I think you got to put pressure on Miller Moss. I think that has to be a priority, and if you're not able to do that effectively, I find it hard to get a win here on the road. And Chandler Morris isn't taking care of the football either. Don't know what to say either, but I mean, look, I mean, there's some other good players in this Virginia defense as well, but I'm gonna, yeah, I'll roll with Louisville minus 6.5. I don't feel great about it though, because I first looked at it and I'm like, oh, that seems like a pretty large line, But obviously, it being on the road, teams are probably 4.5, 5 points. There's probably a 4.5, 5 point difference, on a neutral field between these two teams. I mean, Virginia, by the way. Can we talk about the fact that they have a top 10 offense in the country in terms of total yards, points, everything?
Incredible.
Like, it's wild. It's wild. So, I think this is going to be a great game. There's a reason that we're previewing this. It does have ACC implications, of course, but I'm stoked, man, for this game. I think we're going to get a chance to see not necessarily two incredible quarterbacks, but two good college football quarterbacks that can make or break games. You got some nice talented pieces on defense from each side. Some running backs that you really like in this game. Yeah, and it'll be an offensive-minded battle between Jeff Brom and Tony Elliott for sure.